Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to El.P Reviews. Today we're taking a look at the first generation post-facelift 2014 Volvo XC60 that was sold from 2008, facelifted in 2014 and ended its cycle in 2017 to pave way for the stunning second generation XC60. Beautiful car, right? Shout out to KDG Imports and Mwalimu the head salesman for bringing this 2014 Volvo XC60 for a feature. KDG Imports are located along James Gishuru Road near Lamington Mall. They have a great selection of new and used cars to suit your taste, style and budget, including this 2014 Volvo XC60. Links and contacts in the description below. The Volvo XC60 is a compact luxury SUV manufactured by Sweden automaker Volvo Cars. The XC60 is part of Volvo's 60 series, along with the S60 and its cross-country variant, V60 and its cross-country variant. The XC60 has been Volvo's bestseller since 2009. The first generation P3 platform shares technology with the Land Rover Freelander of 2007. At the time of development, Land Rover and Volvo were owned by Ford. A development was split. Much of the engineering and tuning of this crossover was done by Volvo in Sweden, although the off-road capabilities were developed by Land Rover in England. Small and mid-sized crossover SUVs are very popular with families who primarily want a spacious cargo and passenger area, elevated seating position, and all-wheel drive for those light weekend escapades. This 2014 year model visually looks sleeker thanks to the new front-end design. Inside you'd find new instruments and added metallic accents. These aren't huge stylistic changes, but they certainly add to an already classy look. From the back, the Volvo is very much a Volvo. You can't miss this shape and not know what car it is, even if I covered the logo. You definitely know it's a Volvo from the eyes, as I said. And this actually from the car I reviewed some time back, the Honda Fit. The Honda Fit adapted this. If you haven't watched that, I'll put it up here so you can see it. You get these pretty long taillights, which I wonder how much they are if you break one of them or to replace this kind of light. Another feature that I like is this bold shoulder line. I can just put my hand here and it just shows you how wide the shoulder is. For badges you get your, which is the model of the car, and the T5, which is the trim of the car. I'll put the trims right here. You can pause the screen so you see what you get on your different Volvo trims. Another nice design feature that I like, which they actually put this on the facelifted Volvos, is the exhaust pipes. The exhaust pipes are real. The trim is chrome, but the exhaust pipes are real. So you get dual exhaust pipes on the ends. It gives the Volvo a really nice, sporty, small SUV look. Getting to the boot, you can either use the key to get into the boot, or you can press a button on the boot and the boot pops. Then you push it up manually. The boot opens quite wide and you get this nice carpet floor lining. It extends all the way to the sides of the boot, which is quite nice. Getting in, okay, the car is a bit wet and I'm wearing white shorts, so I'll just have to enter in a very weird way. Sitting from end to end, I can put my legs straight, about 6 foot tall, so it shows you how wide the car is. For depth, it's quite enough. The boot is quite wide. It's wide and not as tall, so you get more width space. You get a parcel shelf here. Sadly, you cannot store it inside your boot, so if you're removing it, you just have to remove it and keep it somewhere else. You get a boot separator to separate different things that you have in your boot, or if you have something you want to have rolling around, let me say glasses or bottles of your favorite drink, you can put that up to hold that up, or you can actually hang things here on the end. But I don't know how well that will hold when the car is moving. It may just flip down and crash. You get a flat load bay with this nice chrome skid plate, so it won't really scuff your paint as you're putting in a luggage and removing luggage. Underneath you get more storage, and I like this feature where you get this strap to hook on the top over there, so you don't need to hold this large thing. You get more storage here, and underneath you get a bit more storage again, which you can hide the things you don't want people to see. Then you get your tire repair kit, because you have run flat. The seats fold in a 40-40-20 manner, but it's not easy to drop the seats from the back. You have to walk to the sides and drop the seats from there. You get 4 tether points to tie down things, and you get 3 more on each seat. So if you have the seats lying flat, you can tie more stuff. If you're carrying boxes, bicycles, or whatever bits and bobs that you will have here on the boot. That's the boot. Let me move to the rear seats and see what the rear seats have for us. Before I get into the back, you get options on folding seats, so you can choose to fold down the center seat to have longer items move forward. I call this the boyfriend separator.
Hey, make room for Jesus. Jesus likes to stretch out.
Or you can choose to drop the singular seat on the outer side, or you can choose to drop all of them to have more luggage space to put items that you want to carry. Volvo has this thing with all the touch points, like the center seat. If you want to raise the headrest, the sign to raise the headrest has an actual head, a description of what you need to do before you sit on the center seat. And the same thing happens on the end. You have one for your headrest to drop, so the driver can have more visibility. If the seat is not fully pushed back, you get this red marker to just notify you the seat is not locked in. And when you lock it in, the red marker disappears. Getting in to the back seat. Volvos are known for heavy doors, and the same continues here. You get a quite hefty door, and when you close it, it's closed. Like, even if you see the hinges are massive. Safety for Volvo is their first priority. How do I feel being in here? For space, having the driver's seat at my driving position, I have about 1.5 to 2 inches of space for leg space. For foot space, I have ample amounts of foot space because the seat is raised a bit high. For head space, it's quite massive, as you can see. For materials, for the edge of the car, the leather is wearing pretty well. It's a light interior, so it looks a bit dirty, but this is an easy clean with some products from your local supermarket, and you can have the seat looking mint as if it hasn't aged one day in its life, because the leather is holding up pretty well. For materials, you get soft touch materials all the way down to the bottom. The only plastics you have is this center bit and your cabby space on the door with this nice C chrome trim, and it's cold to the touch, even though it's not metal, but it looks really nice. It oozes luxury. You get wide windows and they extend all the way to the back of my ear, so I get a lot of visibility. You won't feel claustrophobic here at the back. You get air vents on the B pillar of the car. Now you don't have to use your window as your AC. You can all be cocooned in your own atmosphere inside this car. For connectivity, you get a 12-volt socket here at the center, and that's it. Moving to the center seat, you get a transmission tunnel. It's not so big, so sitting here, the seat is comfortable, the backrest is hard, but I get enough headspace and about just, let me say, half an inch of space for my knee space. For leg space, you will definitely fight your neighbors for who puts the foot where, and your shoulders are definitely going to rub, but not as much. You can have 3 guys here at the back comfortably. It's a compact SUV, so it is expected. A nice design feature I like is how they made the door bin to be the opposite of the speaker. So the speaker is this triangular shape facing upwards, and the door bin is an upside down triangle. So that's the back seat. Let's get to the front seat and see what we have on the front seats. Getting into the front seat, you get a nice Volvo welcome skid plate on your door sill. On materials, you get nice soft materials as similar to the back. The seats are all electric to move forward, move back, up, down, and you get 3 memory seat functions, so you can save 3 seat positions in this car easy. The front doors are heavier, the hinges are huge, so closing it, and as I said, at the back, once you close it, it's closed. Sitting in this place, the steering is nice. It's carved nicely. You have points for your fingers. You get flappy paddles, which are clicky. On the right side, you get your audio functions. On the left side, you get your dash functions and stuff. The center bit, which Volvo calls the waterfall, is wrapped with the same chrome material you have at the back, but now it goes all the way around, and you get this nice metallic trim here at the center. Most of the functions here are all buttons. Something that has changed on the more recent Volvos is they've removed the waterfall with all the buttons and gone for screens. I prefer this, where you have all the buttons laid out, because while you're driving, you have less distractions. The moment you look down, I already know where what is and where to press. So just look down and press once,
and have turned off a function or something like that. You get dual zone climate control, and both your seats are heated. So here's the key. Starting it, you have to insert the key at the center, then you can put the car on. And the screen is big enough, it's clear and nice. Your gauge cluster is all digital, all the functions here are digital, and you get this really nice trim on the side. Visibility is okay. The back window is quite wide, so you can see a lot of stuff from the back. You can see a lot with the side mirrors, and you have sensors to help you with your blind spots, the areas that you can't see. For materials, the leather shows a bit of age with a bit of wrinkles in spots here and there, but it's nothing drastic, and the car still looks quite premium, as I said, with products that you can buy at your local supermarket. So that's the front seat. Let's open the bonnet and see what we have parking under there.
For engines, you got a variety to choose from, starting from a 2-litre inline 4-cylinder to a 3.2-litre inline 6-cylinder for petrols. And for diesels, started from a 2-litre inline 4-cylinder to a 2.5-litre inline 5-cylinder, which were mated to either a 6-speed manual or an 8-speed automatic transmission, though in some other markets, some engines were added and some were removed. The 2014 XC60 lives up to the safety reputation Volvo is known for, earning great crash test scores. However, most competing SUVs also have good crash test rating, though the 2014 Volvo has perfect scores of good in all 5 Insurance Institute of Highway Safety crash tests. The NHTSA gave the 2014 XC60 5 stars, a perfect score really, in the overall, frontal and side crash tests, and 4 stars in the rollover test. Every 2014 XC60 comes standard with anti-lock brakes, traction and stability control, front side airbags, side curtain airbags, a whiplash preventing front seats. Also standard is city safety, which can avoid low-speed frontal impact by applying the vehicle's brakes even without driver intervention. The compact SUV market is broad. Close competitors like the 2014 Audi Q5 and the 2014 BMW X3 are well rounded and come close to matching the XC60's space and amenities, and they're a bit more luxurious as well. The Benz GLK isn't as roomy as the Volvo, but it boasts added refinement and a similar emphasis on safety. All are solid choices, but when it comes to providing family-friendly transport in a stylish package, the 2014 Volvo should satisfy the majority of shoppers looking for a small, luxury crossover. If you have come this far in the video, tell me in the comments below what car you'd like me to feature in the coming reviews, and I'll do my best to look for the cars. Or if you have one, reach out to my WhatsApp number and we can organize something. Click that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you haven't. Cheers and see you on the next one.